Yo, what's going on everyone? In today's video, I will be showing you how to make over $500,000 every single hour as a solo player whenever you want to, as many times as you want to, using the brand new mansions in GTA 5 Online. So getting straight into it without wasting any more time, since this is an insane solo money earning strategy, but first you need to enter inside your mansion and walk up to your mansion services tablet. Here you'll have access to all of these different options, but the only option we want to click is the second one that says Business Production Boost. If you don't know what this is, basically all this is doing is boosting one of these 7 different businesses in GTA 5 Online, which you have a choice of all 5 of the different MC businesses. The weapons, which is the bunker, or the acid lab, which in this video I will be showing you the best strategy to be using out of all of these to make the most money, of course. But basically, once we select any one of these businesses that we decide to boost, it will be boosted a total of 66%. That's basically a 3 times speed production boost inside the business, and get this, it lasts for 24 hours. That being said, you definitely want to know which are the best businesses to boost with this option inside the mansion, so let's go over which businesses those are right now. Before that though, it's also important to know you could also boost the business production for any one of your businesses from wherever you want to by simply opening up your phone, going over to your contacts, and then calling your AI assistant. Then you'll see the business production boost option here at the top, and you'll be able to boost all of your businesses from wherever you want to here on the phone. Anyway, the 2 best businesses to be selecting to boost with this option is definitely going to be the bunker and also the acid lab, but mainly the acid lab, because these are the 2 best businesses to make the most money out of all of them, and they also don't take long whatsoever to fill up with this boost. And in case you missed my video from the other day, I already made a video going fully into detail breaking down the entire business production boost option inside the mansion. So don't worry, I won't be going over it in detail again in this video. I strictly only will be showing you the best strategy to be using with those business production boost options. But if you would like to see my video going fully over how the business production boost option works inside the mansion, also going over how long it takes each one of those businesses to fill up completely of stock, then make sure you click the video that you see on the top right corner of your screen right now. Alright, but once you boosted your acid lab business, we only have 24 hours of this business having this 3 times boost. That being said, I recommend immediately entering inside your acid lab and then boosting the acid production once again, because as you know, inside this business you could also just boost the acid production by itself without the mansion. That's right, so if you own the mansion and also the acid lab, you could have a double boost, which is why I said this is one of the most overpowered businesses to be using with the mansion boost feature. So once you boosted the production again for a second time inside the business, you'll see at the bottom right corner of your screen, the value of your product will be raising literally every 15 seconds, which is absolutely insane. As you could see in the bottom right corner of your screen, the value is literally raising every 15 seconds, but as that product is going up in value, the supply level will also be draining just as fast. That being said, it is super important to make sure that once you boost the business of the acid lab with the mansion and you also do the acid production boost, that you make sure you buy supplies all the time. Like, you never ever want it to be at the level of my supplies right now with only 2 bars. Once it gets to like 3 bars, that's when you want to buy supplies once again. Which buying them is so simple. All you want to do is either call Ma or walk up to him inside the acid lab and then click right D-pad to buy supplies. You'll only need to buy them 2 to 3 times, and then after 1 hour, yes, 1 hour, the acid lab business will be completely full for us to then sell. And once this business is completely full, it'll be worth $351,000 to sell worth of product, and you could either sell this in an invite only session and walk away with that $351,000, or you could also sell it in a public session and walk away with $527,000 instead. Just know these acid lab sell missions are almost always so simple. In this case, I got the sell mission where I have to deliver to 10 different drop-offs by throwing newspapers inside each drop-off's bin. And they are pretty much all simple sell missions like this when it comes to selling the product, so you are easily able to do this in a public session without any problems. And you also have the option of going ghost organization, which gives you around 2 minutes off the radar, so players can't see you inside the session once you are delivering. But the choice is completely up to you. Just know here's how much money you'll get paid once you sell it in an invite only session. As I said, that normal $351,000. And then take a look here. This is how much money I got paid for selling that same exact stock in a public session with over 20 people in it. Because of course 20 players in the session will get you the max amount of money when selling in a public session. So once you do sell it, you'll get paid $527,000 instead. And trust me, it's way easier than I made it sound right now. I actually have a full guide going fully into detail on the Acid Lab business, going over the best way to do the sell missions and literally everything about the Acid Lab. So if you would like to see that video to see fully in detail how the Acid Lab business works and also the best way to sell in public sessions, then make sure you click the video that you see on the top right corner of your screen right now, because this works really good with the Mansion Boost feature. So yeah, you'll be able to sell that Acid Lab stock like that every single hour for $527,000. As I said, that's how long it will take to fill with this boost production inside the mansion. But once you decide to boost the business again the next day, you'll see the Acid Lab will be grayed out. Which in this case is where the other business I recommend using comes into play, which this business is going to be the weapons, which is the bunker. That's right, because take a look here. As you know, the Acid Lab to fill completely full with the Mansion Boost will take that 1 hour 20 minutes as I said, but for the bunker it will take 3 hours 50 minutes, which is really good. Especially when you take a look at that old time that it took the bunkers to fill 100% full of stock, that used to take 11 hours 50 minutes. That's why I said this Mansion Boost feature is so overpowered. It literally takes all of these 7 different businesses and cuts the time it takes to fill it up in half. You could also teleport to the Acid Lab and also the bunker whenever you want to from inside the mansion by simply going over to your mansion services once again and clicking where it says fast travel. Here you'll see the option to travel to any one of these different locations that you own in GTA 5 Online, which of course include the bunker and the Acid Lab. I like using it mainly to teleport to my bunker since the Acid Lab is already easy to call out, but once you are inside the bunker, let's get into how to run this business, which is really easy. It's basically just as easy as the Acid Lab, except it takes way longer to fill up, but it's still not that long. To run this business, go over to the computer inside, and then all we need to do first is make sure we have a full set of supplies by buying them. And just like that, 10 minutes later, you'll get delivered a full set of supplies. And just like that, we are literally completely done. That's all you need to do for the bunker. Just of course, to make sure the bunker fills up as fast as possible, you do want to make sure you have all of the upgrades, which include the equipment upgrade, the staff upgrade, and the security upgrade. After that, to also make sure your business gets full in stock way faster inside the bunker, go over here to where it says manage staff and make sure you assign your staff to manufacturing only. This basically makes sure that all of the supplies will only be used to fill the stock level and not the research progress level, which is not what we want. Of course, later on when you want to unlock the research, you can set it to research then. But that's basically all you are doing, just buying supplies constantly for the bunker, making sure the supplies level is all the way full, and after 3 hours 50 minutes, the business will be ready to sell. Which, take a look here, this is how much the stock level will be worth once you decide to sell it. It is worth $500,000. But this is not how much the business actually sells for, because if you go over to the computer to then sell the stock, if you choose the farthest location, which is Los Santos for me, you'll see it sells for $1,050,000 instead. Which is way better, and I always recommend doing this option because you could easily do this whole entire sell mission solo inside a invite only session. So that's the best way to run the bunker business while also using the Mansion Boost feature. But anyway, once it is the next day, as I said before, you can't boost the bunker once again. You can only boost another one of the businesses, but in this case, we can finally boost the Acid Lab. And yeah, this is exactly why I made this video. This is my strategy. I recommend boosting your bunker business for one day and then the next day the Acid Lab, and just keep alternating those back-to-back days as many times as you want to, making so much money. Anyway, that is now going to be the end of today's video. I hope you went on to enjoy. If you did and you still haven't already, please do me a favor by going down below and dropping a like on it before you click off. And if you aren't, make sure you also hit that subscribe button with notifications turned on. And until next time, I will see you all in my very next GTA 5 Online video. Peace.